What's up, everybody? It's your favorite shining example of how crazy Batman's made Gotham's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Mafex Joker version 2.0. A lot of accessories to talk about with this guy, so I don't want to take up too much time with an introduction. Come with a great many hands, left and right posing hands, left and right card carrying hands, left and right knife holding hands, and left and right trigger finger hands. This time we get swap out feet as well, though, with just the knife versions on the toes. They all are articulated and stylized the same way with the exception of the knives, so we'll talk about that when we get to the figure. They do have a right and a left sculpted into them, so if you're a complete imbecile, you should still be able to figure out which way the shoe goes on. And then we have a number of Joker cards, 3 single ones, all different, and then one like stack of cards with just the one print done on the top card. Exceptionally well done and tons of options. I certainly won't complain about it. And he holds the singles and the stacks just fine. 3 knives, the one kind of like potato peeler looking one, a regular one, and then it's like a switchblade, and then a butterfly knife. They're all done well. Silver paint on all the blades, silver paint on the handle here and on the clip there, and then the butterfly knife is actually sculpted extremely well. So they're good, and he holds those just fine. 2 guns, both straight out of the movie. One with the silver paint at the top, and then the extended clip, so that's cool. And then this one, which I think came with the SH Figuarts also, with the gunmetal finish, decent sculpt. And of course his rocket launcher, silver paint, brown paint, green paint, metallic finish throughout, really well done. And he holds those perfectly. And of course he holds the rocket launcher just fine. And the rocket does come off if you want that. And he comes with this pipe, which is what he uses to beat Batman at the end, and that like high-rise that was under construction. Just a silver finish, fair enough sculpt. And he holds that just fine. And then we get to this alternate head sculpt, which does not look great. It just doesn't, it's not that it's a bad sculpt of a face. Like, everything is proportioned and everything looks fine. The detailings are done pretty much the same as the other one, which we'll talk about when we get there. It's just that it doesn't look like Heath Ledger, like, at all. You know, so I mean, I guess cool that they included it, but it's not extremely well done in terms of sculpt. Paint looks great, and he comes with a Mafex display base, which is always nice to get. And then we have the figure. So, like, the first thing that stands out to you is that the face doesn't quite look right. I don't know why. You know, he just must have a very hard face to lock down, because I don't really feel like there's a great like spot on face sculpt. I mean, even the Hot Toys and stuff, like, it's like kind of just good from certain angles. And he can pull it off definitely from certain angles as well, but yeah, it's not great. The paint is beautiful. It's like it has the flesh tone underneath, and then it has like a heavy dry brushing white, and then it looks like a digital attempt at with the black, and then the eyes, because the way the black is smeared, and then the red is applied beautifully. Like, it's done really well. The hair is a green and then has a dark green wash. It looks really good in terms of how they did it. It's just, once again, it's the accuracy. So the nice thing is, you can see that's a double ball peg there too, and then I think it's another one from the neck into the chest, so tons of articulation. They did the paint around the neck too. I was looking to see if the Figuarts did that, and it doesn't look like they did. So that's pretty cool. The head down to there, up to there, not a whole lot side to side, but the swivel is definitely there. And like I said, double ball peg from the head to the neck, and from the neck to the chest, at least that's how it seems. Now, the shirt, not done as well either. If we look at the Figuarts one, that shirt's dead on the money. You know, so that's not as well done either. And then the tie I think is fine. I don't think it needs to be super accurate. The rest of it looks pretty good. The trench coat is a softer plastic, and the inner liner is also like part of it, like it's one piece, which I think works fine. It's the same thing Figuarts did. Double ball peg from the upper body into the lower body, and it's actually a ton of range. It's hard to show it because of the trench coat, but You get a fair bit down, and then you have another double ball peg from the abdomen into the pelvis. So using both, I mean, you can get them almost completely bent over. The trench coat really prevents you from moving them back, but you should still be able to get a decent pose out of it. We also have this, I should say that the green vest is all shaded as well. We have this chain wallet, and it's a real chain, so that's cool. A nice touch. The Figuarts definitely does not have that. And then it has, of course, the orange. Well, actually, they did it. It's like more of a red, so that color's a little off for the inside of the trench coat. All right. For the arms, we do have shading on the purple, which is nice. The buttons are painted on the coat, and the coat looks like it's shaded as well. It is, so that's nice. So it's a ball joint that comes out to a ball hinge, getting the arms out to 90 degrees, which is nice, and all the way around, which is also nice. No bicep swivel. The swivel is to be used at the shoulder, so that's not the best. You don't get it at the elbow either, which is double jointed and gets you over to there. Not the prettiest elbow joint in the world, I must say. Not pretty at all. Straight arm looks fine. And then the wrists are on ball hinges that swivel at the hand and the forearm, so you should be able to get up, down, in, out, and the swivel. So that all works good. Same for the other side. The pants are shaded as well, but they're shaded in like weird spots. Like it's just like a, almost looks like an airbrush burst. Like boom, 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 boom. Like it's just, it's not like a full shade. Like that one looks good in the little crease of the pants there. But the rest of them are not great. It's fine. And then all the pinstripes are all sculpted, which is nice, I guess. And then we have T-jointed ball joints. They do drop down. So they drop down and then they get all the way up to there. So that's cool. You have this trench coat in the way, but without it, using one drop down and one not, still it's a limited range out, but I think that that's ultimately okay. Thigh swivel's built around the ball joint. Single hinge knee, and they sculpted the knee, you know, with the pinstripes, so that's nice. You know, helps it a bit. Let's look at the Figuarts knee. Yeah, it's not the same. Just as a comparison, this knee is hidden a bit better because they sculpt the pants over top of the knee, which is kind of their thing. But this one is not bad, not at all. The wrinkles all the way down at the bottom of the pant looks nice. Then we have a double, let's see, ball hinge that swivels at the foot for the articulation for the shoe. So you get an ankle tilt slightly up, a good bit down, and a rocker, and then a toe hinge. And then the shoes are all sculpted to the 9s and painted. So that's nice. So yeah, it's not a bad figure at all. It's just like, I just want somebody to really nail you know, Heath Ledger's look. There he is from the back, and I just don't know. I just don't know if they've done it. There he is next to the Mafex, and in case you're building a shelf and want to know his exact height, I'll give that to you because there's just so many options for 1/12 Batman. He stands at just about 6 1/4 inches, so he's a tall fella. I feel like their scale's a little inconsistent, but it doesn't matter. There they are next to each other, and honestly, neither one of them are perfect. I like his face sculpt better. I like his face paint better. I like his articulation better. I like his accessories better. I like his shirt better. I like his coat better. I like his pants better. I like his wallet better. Like, you know what I mean? There's just such a mixed bag here. And it's like, if you could really Frankenstein monster these two together, you could have a really great Joker. But it's just, they're both kind of fine. You know, like they both do a decent job at pulling it off, but neither one of them is the right choice. I'll put it to you like this. I'm such a Joker fan and Batman fan that I'm not going to pick between the two. I was considering selling one, but having them both, I'm like, nope, I want to keep them both. So I'll keep one downstairs and I'll keep one in my office. But I mean, that's a big deal though for a Mafex figure to stand toe to toe with a Figuarts figure and me to say, look, there's things I like about one better than the other and vice versa. So there is something to be said there. Speaking of my office display, I always talk about it, but I never show it. So I just have a few figures, just a 3PO, some droids, Suicide Harley, Mafex Wonder Woman, Hulkbuster, Marvel Legends Iron Man, and a picture of Caesar that Cody did for me. Transformers DVD box set and a Pops Batman, and then some random stuff here. Just enough to get myself distracted when I'm trying to do work. Final thoughts wise, it's a really well done effort. My criticisms are mainly, my biggest one is the head sculpt. It looks fine from far, but up close, like even as far as I am from it, which is about 1.5 feet, it's obviously not him. It's a really good cosplay, but it's not him. The shirt paint is just out of control. It just looks like a child did it, especially in comparison to the Figuarts. And then the shading in the pants is just a little too random for me. But the paint, with the exception of the pants, is applied beautifully throughout. There's shading throughout. There's satin paints and flat paints and washes, and it's a really well presented effort. The accessories are absolutely wonderful. Just a tremendous amount. It's one of those sets that just nails the quantity and quality of accessories 100%. And the last thing that I want to talk about with it that I think is always worth noting when it comes to Mafex is the joint tolerances feel outstanding. It's a really well-built figure, which is, in my opinion, their biggest shortcoming more often than not. So it's a recommend from me. Just know when you get it out of box, you're going to take a look at that face up close and you're going to be like, close, but no cigar. But that being said, I'm enjoying mine. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.